Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be going over the new MLB policy with the new protective netting and all the stuff like that that's been going on, and my thoughts on what the new protective netting policy is for the MLB. But before I get into that, if you want to see more videos just like this where I give my opinions and stuff, click the top right corner. It's also more for sporting news and breaking news, analysis, stuff like that, so make sure to click on that, check those videos out. But yeah, let's get right into it. So the new protective netting policy for the MLB is last year over 10, I'd say more than 10 teams had expanded the protective netting from behind home plate to the end of the dugouts. Now with the more incidents over last year with the non-protective netting teams, the MLB has decided to say that every stadium must expand their protective netting at least beyond at least to the ends of each dugouts for fan safety, with the fan safety issues over the years, especially with the Indians in 2012. They got sued over protective netting stuff. The Pirates got sued over something just like that, so there have been a lot of incidents with this. So the MLB has decided to take the precautions, put the protective netting to the ends of each dugout. And PNC Park did that last year, so I kind of had to deal with that last year as well. But now, at least I was thinking going to some stadiums that might still have that advantage of no protective netting. Well, now every stadium has expanded the netting beyond the dugouts, and that is the new MLB policy for each stadium. So I'm going to give my thoughts on this and my thoughts on fan safety, but honestly what this protective netting does. So the good with this protective netting is it increases fan safety. Fan safety has been a huge topic of discussion over the past few years, over the last decade, I'd say, with the recent issues with fan safety, with kids to adults getting hit. And you're really not safe at all to say if you're in an MLB stadium. You could get hit no matter where you are, no matter what age you are. And for the MLB to take this step, I think it's good for at least the MLB to be able to take that step and go and be able to say that we are in favor of the fan safety, and we are taking the measures to make sure that our fans are safe, because we have had a lot of issues with it and a lot of complaints over why has this been happening? Why is there no protective netting? We need to expand the protective netting. They have done that. They have taken that extra step. Now, the bad about this is, at least for my purposes, it takes away opportunities for honestly. So from my ball hawking standpoint, and then a fan standpoint, why this is bad. So from a ball hawking standpoint, it takes away opportunities for baseballs, and from an autograph standpoint, it takes away opportunities for autographs. I used to get at least, if not more than, half of my autographs, and at least quite a few baseballs. I'd say about 2/10 of my baseballs from the top of the dugout. That is where a lot of my ball hawking and autograph purposes come from. So it kind of takes away that, and it took away it last year. And a lot of people were very upset about it, and one of the autograph seekers at PNC Park, they expressed their displeasure, calling the Pirates themselves and saying, "We don't like this. This takes away from the experience of the game," and it does. From my standpoint, it takes away the interactive standpoint of MLB, and that's why one of the reasons I like MLB. And in the near future, before the MLB season, I will be doing a video on why baseball is the best sport. So make sure to stay tuned for that. But seriously, it takes away from the interactive experience of the game. You can get close and you can feel like you're part of this game. It kind of, in my perspective, takes that away. It takes that away. And if you take that one part away, now football and basketball, they can compete. it with being higher sports. Because I mean, you're doing the pace of play things because a lot of people aren't watching a full baseball game because it's too long. But there's the interactive standpoint, which still makes baseball one of the best sports. Let me restate that. The interactive standpoint makes baseball the best sport ever. I mean, it's the best sport ever created. It's the best sport that is still going on. And when you take away part of what baseball is being good it's also kind of like a timeless game. With these pace of play rules, and I think I'm going to do a video on the pace of play stuff and what that does and what my opinions on that. But the interactive part, those things are what make baseball America's pastime. So that's my purposes. That's why I take away from it, and that's why I personally don't like it. Because also, where my season tickets are, where I sit for the games at PNC Park, they're right there, but they're not protected by netting. They're not on top of the dugout. They're literally the section over from the dugout. So I'm still in the line of fire. So you got to think about it. Honestly, in my opinion, more foul line slices that go into the crowd go past the dugout into the crowd than from on top of the dugout. But the bats flying and everything, that goes on top of the dugout. But still, you've got to think where all these foul balls are going, because I don't think a majority of them are going on top of the dugout. And in the future, even more is going to be taken away when there's a possibility of putting them in the net all the way down the foul line. But I really hope that just never happens. And now from the fan standpoint, why it's so bad? Because it kind of still takes away from the experience of the game. Because you're standing on the top of the dugout, you have some of the best seats in the house, other than right behind home plate. In those seats, you have one of the best seats in the house. But now you have to look through a net just like the people behind home plate. You just have to look through you pay good money for those seats. Behind home plate, you're going to want that net because there are a lot of foul balls that go back there. So you're expecting to look through a net behind home plate because that's a great view and you just have to look through net. But when you sit on top of the dugout, you don't expect to look through net. You expect to get a full, straight-on view of the game. And with that net, you have to look through that net. You have to see through the net, and it's stupid. It's not what baseball is. You're not supposed to look through a net when you're on top of the dugout. And now it seems like the best seats in the house are kind of like where my seats are, honestly. And I might go over where my seats are when I go back to PNC Park this year. But still, the seat you can't take away from a baseball fan's experience. Because it gives them a different experience on baseball, and they might switch sports, and you don't want to do that because you're already kind of losing fans. But if you're making more fans, and now I don't want to say half, but at least a quarter of the stadium is looking through a net. Not just the people who are sitting in that club behind home plate. Now it's everybody sitting on the lower level dugout sections. So now that's quite a bit of people that are looking through a net, and very many people are visibly upset, but some people are in favor of it because of what is the fan safety, and they're like, I don't want to get hit in the face with a baseball. Well, I don't know. You're going to get protected from that net. And honestly, more foul slicers went at PNC Park when I was there at least. More foul slicers went into the stands than were saved by the net. So if you look at that, well, I don't think that this does anything other than save maybe some. At least you're saving some, but it's not as effective as it would be down the foul line. So if they put it down that foul line, I think that is really going to upset baseball fans. And honestly, in my perspective, that's what's next. I think it's next. So those are my thoughts on the fan safety and the new nets. Leave yours in the comments below. But again, thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe for more of this stuff. Tomorrow I got a Topps 2018 Series 1 blaster box, so make sure you stay tuned and subscribe for that. And I also want to thank you guys for 70 subscribers. Yep, I just want to, again, thank you guys for 70 subscribers. And until next time, again, thanks for watching.